Okay, guys, so this may be one of the biggest news flashlights of the year. EA has literally officially been acquired by $55 billion by Saudi Arabian companies. Yes, Saudi Arabia, these people are all but like they're all against the EI. Like seriously, this is crazy. And now literally you have people going wild about this. You have employees of EA which are very scared because of their jobs. And I've been saying this for many years. Companies, Western companies are playing with fire, and this is exactly what's happening. Now, this is exactly what's happening here. BEA push a bunch of DEI slop, get bought by private Saudi Arabians. Now private, they can enact their laws into every franchise under EA to follow their belief system. Interesting times ahead. And yes, by the way, Saudi Arabia does not have any LGBTQ rights in their country, and because they are the owners of this company now, expect them to completely remove any LGBT stuff in video games, because why would they keep them if their government and their people who own it right now are basically do not respect it in any shape or form. And then we have this one here in Inside Gaming. It says the following: new EA owners hoping AI will cut costs and boost profits, it's claimed. So it's pretty clear that they are going to clean house like crazy. And despite the EA CEO saying that the company values will remain unchanged under the new ownership of Saudi Arabia and Jared Kushner's investment firm, give me a break. We know exactly what's going to happen. We are not stupid. I'm very sorry. What's going to happen here is that after a few months, they're going to clean house. They're going to get rid of a ton of people because there's so much bloat in the company. And I've said this many times, and this is the problem. This is a massive problem right now, is that EA has had for years, so much bloat, like inserting DEI politics, not selling enough because they just want to insert the message and not actually making proper games. And what happens with this? Well, very simple. In a very short span of time, this company, its profits have tanked, and now it's being bought by a private organization. We already have people who are basically employed or who know about this stuff, and even this person, Kyla, has spoken on EA going private, shared concerns about the ethical implications, and shared my article on how this could be disastrous. She's always on the right side of history. We have this one here: trusted source reports on sentiment inside the EA developer team. The story about the EA buyouts by private investment firms from Affinity Partners, Saudi Arabia Private Investment Fund, and Silver Lake hasn't just made a stir up within the community of players and creators, it's also made some really concerning comments from people working there. Two anonymous employees at EA voiced that they are very concerned about this acquisition, one stating that they're afraid of layoffs, which is going to happen anyway, that might occur with this buyout, with the other stating that this feels like a big FU to all the women and LGBTQ plus employees currently working at Electronic Arts. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, this is the problem here, and Grooms kind of summarize it really well. The buyout is official. In a $55 billion deal, EA is now owned by a conglomerate which include Jared Kushner and the Saudis. There is zero chance the studios will continue with virtue signaling and DEI shenanigans, not because of Saudi or Kushner's personal beliefs, but because these strategies do not make money. That's the problem. The deal is leveraged, which means EA took on debt to do it, which makes the company focus laser-like on profits and growth above all else. So now the company was bought, they took a loan to pay these people, which means that they now have to make a ton of money, literally by any means necessary. The whole idea of a buyout like this is because the investors believe they can make more money this way than being public. Public companies are subject to a lot of market sentiment, including cancel culture. A private company is much less so. I predict this is the end of the BS at EA and a bigger focus on games. And that's exactly what's happening, man. This is exactly what's happening. Like these, I mean, EA literally found out. EA found out the hard way. This is what happens when you literally push all these politics. You don't make profit, and then you know that you're going to basically go down, because that's what's happening. EA was sold for this because its investors believed that they can make more money, they can be more profitable by going private and by selling it, because they do not have any more faith into the company as it is right now. That's right, the current investors do not have enough faith in the company, and they sold it because they know I was coming. They saw the numbers, they realized that this company it's lost. And why is that? Very simple. Too much bloat. Remember Ubisoft as well. Ubisoft has, I believe, like 20,000 employees. EA has, I don't know how many, but I guess similar numbers or more. No idea, right? But yeah, that's the thing. Since gamers started publicly flogging woke games in 2024, EA goes private, Ubisoft moves its best IPs to a private subsidiary. I think we had more of an effect than many realize. Ubisoft looked untouchable in early 2024, but gamers took them down. Both of these newly structured companies mean they are a lot less susceptible to pressure by the left. This is by no means the sole reason, but it is a significant factor. Yes, that's right. This is exactly what's going on. And honestly, I mean, look at this, right? So as I was saying about the layoffs, EA belongs to Saudis now, and for them, gay people, for them is obviously not, they don't recognize gay rights in Saudi Arabia. I sure hope the Iron Man game wasn't filled with your DEI bosses and stuff like that, right? Wheelchair people and other stuff. So that's the problem, right? Like we have this. I mean, these companies effectively, like, they introduced all these, policies, like all these DEI stuff. Gamers stopped buying these games, and now the company made less profit, right? And then what happens. I mean, look at this. It's just crazy, right? Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the long term. I am pretty sure, I mean, these are just empty words by the CEO. I mean, come on, like he's saying here, we're entering a new era of opportunity. This is one of the largest and most significant investments ever made in the entertainment industry. Our new partners bring deep experience across sports, gaming, and entertainment. They are committed with conviction to EA. They believe in our people, our leadership, and the long-term vision we are now building together. That's right, long-term vision together. So effectively, guys, you know what's going to happen. They're going to cut deep into the company, and they're going to let go a lot of people, because right now the company is not efficient. When you have so much bloat, and I mean, already look at this, right? They already said, according to a new report from the Financial Times, the ownership group is betting on AI being able to significantly cut EA's operational costs. What's the biggest cost in a company apart from the premise? Employees, salaries. Like, that's literally the wages. That's literally the biggest cost, because the building, you need the building, because otherwise you can't really do the work, right? You need the building. So you can't get rid of that effectively, right? So what do you do? You just cut from people. The enhanced use of AI will be used as a way to also boost EA's profits in the coming years. This will also be the new owners to manage a large debt loan on a company that historically carried limited net debt. Yes, so there we go. This is exactly what happens when you believe that you are winning, and it's just crazy. Also, new Lord of the Rings game in the development. That's pretty cool. Hopefully it's a good one, to be honest. Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, and from Abu Dhabi, right? So yeah, the funded by Abu Dhabi Investment Office. Pretty cool. Okay, interesting. Hopefully it's a good game. But yeah, guys, honestly, yeah, like, I just have no idea how these people thought they were going to go well in 2025 and beyond, because by releasing slop and by not making sales and having to pay so many departments, so much bloat, like they have the sensitivity department, the DEI department, the inclusivity department, the like all these people working at this company, like lots of middle managers and all these people, they are useless in a company. Yeah, you have so many people who are there collecting a salary and they're actually not doing anything significant for the company. Even more so, the stuff they're putting into the game, such as DEI stuff, it's putting players off, and players are not buying it anymore because they identify the DEI stuff with political agenda, and that's when these companies go wrong. If you alienate your gamers or some of your gamers, even if you alienate, let's say 20% or 30%, that's already a problem because you're losing a bunch of revenue. And that means that your revenue is going to diminish, your investors will not be happy, and they will seek out ways and strategies to make more profit. And this was the answer for EA, was basically selling EA to a company that just wants to make money. That's right. The Sims community is in full meltdown over the prospects of Jared Kushner and the Saudis buying out EA, as you can see here. All of the efforts of making The Sims the most inclusive and accepting game are falling into deep waters when your money is now going straight into the pockets of an administration that is publicly flogging, jailing, and prosecuting LGBT people. We have more here. EA may be close to a near $50 billion deal with investment firms from Donald Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and Saudi Arabia's prince Mohammed bin Salman, linked to modern slavery, oppression, war, and genocide. Really strong stuff, man. Really strong stuff. EA knows The Sims is cooked. They are still day one bugs. Entire packs are broken still, and their latest DLC is something they sank a lot of money into. The Sims got turned inclusive even though it was never exclusive before, especially through mods, but is the most broken, most unenjoyable, and most sanitized it has ever been. I spent $800 on it before throwing the towel. You can only really rely on mods so much to fix things. This is also how they find out all that DEI is bullshit, if they think EA is the only company willing to do that. Right now, Saudis are desperate for buying things up and getting IPs. It doesn't end here. That's right, they are going to basically add more stuff. The Saudis are just acquiring companies because they know that the future of gaming is for them. They know that they're going to make a lot of money on that, and that's exactly what's happening here. And again, when you introduce these games, that's the thing, like they ruined so many games, man. Like they ruined so many games with their politics, with their agendas, right? And that's what happens. Like when you ruin so many games, when you introduce politics into games, then you have the end result. You lose money and then you have to be bought. As simple as that. So guys, that's it for today's video on this one. It's happening and nobody can stop it, literally. And this is a warning for companies. Remember, focus on the games. Focus on the games, not on politics, not on anything else. Because if you focus on politics in DEI, guess what? You're going to lose business and you will be sold out to a different company, which doesn't care about DEI anyway. All they care about is the money, the dough, because that's what moves the world. The money. That's it. That's the end of the story. I'm very sorry. You don't want to hear this because it's the truth. It's the cold, hard truth. But the money moves the world. And that's how it's always been. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, it doesn't really matter. So guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next ones.